Hey, what's up, cool girls? Facebook hot chicks, Facebook hot girls, Facebook cool girls. It's me, Michael, and I'm out here doing a recording. I'm walking around the town. So right now I'm just gonna do some audio recordings. Like, it's not anything professional. It's just me doing it just for the practice of the speech. Like, I haven't had a chance to do any of my stuff, so. All right, so that's the only reason why I'm doing this. All right, so understand that. All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get it done. All right. So right now I'm gonna be reading about the Toyota MR2. It's a car. Obviously, I'm getting this off of Wikipedia. I'm not making any money off of it. I'm doing it for the purpose of what they call review, right? Review, or just it's information that I'm looking into, and I'm gonna post it on Facebook. If the company has an issue with that, they could let me know personally, and I'll take it off. All right. But it's just a conversation. You're in my channel right now. So if you come into this recording, you're in my channel, you're in my room, and we're having a personal conversation, a private conversation in a public platform, which pretty much we're inside my room. We have the window open, people passing by during the conversation. It's a private conversation that pretty much people are eavesdropping into, and that's the way they should be taken as. All right. So I'm gonna be reading the stuff. All right. So the Toyota MR2 is a two-seat mid-engine rear wheel drive sports car manufactured in Japan and marketed globally by Toyota from 1984 to 2007 over 3 generations. W10 from 1984 to 1989, W20 from 1990 to 1999, and W30 from 2000 to 2007. I'm assuming those are the three main styles. Usually in cars they have this is a generic conversation. Usually in cars they have the model style, and they have the sports, they have the coupe. The coupe is a two-door. Right? If you didn't know that, in cars, when they say coupe, they mean a two-door car, right? They have the sedan. The sedan is a four-door, and then they have the hatchback. The hatchback is supposed to be considered like a five-door. The hatchback is technically, the car doesn't have a trunk. It's included into the car, and so you can know the difference. All right. The MR2, it's probably a two-seater car. It doesn't have a back seat. I'm assuming based on the style, it's probably the same style like the Honda Civic Del Sol, or the Mazda RX-7. I think they have similar. Personally, I think they have similar body style. All right. So like I said, I'm just doing this for the practice of the speech. I haven't been able to I haven't been able to talk to anybody, and I haven't been able to do my recordings that I usually do. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this. Okay, and I'm making it clear. Okay. So just excuse all the nonsense and all the personal. I don't know, what do they call it. I'm probably gonna say it wrong. I'm gonna say it like this, right? The personal glitches, all right? Conceived as a small, economical, and sporty car, the MR2 employs straightforward design elements, including fully independent McPherson strut, front and rear suspension, four-wheel disc brakes, and transverse mounted inline four engine. So obviously, if you know anything about cars, you know that the engines, the inline, that's like a V4. It'll be similar to the Subaru. They use I'm pretty sure they use an inline engine, but they use it laying down, and they do it like a zigzag pattern. So pretty much it's the same thing as an inline V4. They don't call it a V4, right? Because it's not in a V shape, right? So that's just kind of like, I always say that, but it's just kind of like force of habit. It's obviously just a line, the 4 cylinders. And the boxer engines, it'll be considered more like a box, right? That's why I'm assuming they call it a. Besides the fact that if you ever look into it, the pistons move like in a boxing position. I don't know if you ever seen. I don't know if you ever seen Power Rangers. I think Power Rangers Neo. They have like the Tommy character. He has the red suit with the star face, and he has that mech that does that punching mechan. That punching style, right? I don't know if you ever played Tekken, the Tekken games. They have that robot character. I don't know its name right now. I think his name is Jack something, and he has that quick that quick punch style, right? Well, that's kind of like the concept of the boxer engine. It's a V. I keep saying V4, but I'm saying it wrong already. So just excuse that. It's just a habit that I have. I always call it the V4, but it's not. That's why they call it the inline four, because it's not in the V shape, all right? So a lot of times I tend to do, a lot of times I tend to say stuff like incorrectly just because like I know what I'm talking about, but obviously if you're hearing it, you don't know what I'm talking about, right? So you might take it as, the wrong information. And so just excuse that, all right? I haven't had a chance to do these recordings in a while, and I'm trying to get back into, like, I mean a while, probably like over, I think probably like over a month or so. I haven't been able to do these. All right, so it's inline four. The pistons are in the line. The boxer engine, like in the Subaru, they're in the line too, but they're like in a zigzag pattern. Pretty much 2 pistons to the front, 2 pistons to the back, kind of like in a square shape. And the difference between that is that they lay down the engine to make it the center. I think the center of gravity to make it more more easy to maneuver. So excuse like any like conversation thing. Like I'm being serious when I say I'm getting a lot of chatter in the background. Personally, I'm getting a lot of, chatter that is really hard to ignore. Like constant people like saying stuff. So just take it as like I call it frequency interference, and that's what it is. All right. So I'm getting a lot of interference in my device, and it's really hard to. It's really hard. I'm gonna say it's really hard to focus on the conversation. All right, but I'm still doing the best that I can. So just take it as that. All right. All right. The name MR2 stands for either mid-shape, like ship, runabout 2-seater, or mid-engine rear wheel drive 2-seater. You see, it's a 2-seater car. In French-speaking markets, the MR2 was renamed Toyota MR due to the similarity of the word MR2 to a French profanity. So a lot of times, I talked about this before, like in Transformers. If you ever watch Transformers, the animes or the cartoon, a lot of the characters, they get their names changed around because companies, they hold the rights to the name. So they won't allow the companies to use those names. And that's a whole thing that if you get into copyrights and patent pending and all that stuff, you're gonna find that it's a whole, even companies that like major companies have issues, like let's say a regular person holding the rights to something. All right, Disney is like the copyrights hunters of anything anime. Disney goes after it. In case you didn't know that. Well, not anime, anything that has to do with animation. Disney tends to try to copyright or get access to the copyrights. All right. So right now I'm gonna end the recording because it's already gonna hit the 10-minute mark. So right now I'm not gonna be talking about copyrights. All right. I'm talking about the car stuff. I'm just kind of like sidetracking quickly. All right. And it's me, Michael. Copper Kid on the recording. All right. Laters.